guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
He lets one fly deep. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Look at that.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Lets it fly. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you.
Going for the big play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. That type of big play can even make traveler perk up and take notice.
Hey, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosives. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Back to pass, it's Mayava. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Thrust that arm out. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. Let's see what they do on third down. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. Got a man. It's Strachan. Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. Caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Oh! You nigga!
He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down. Why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the ground with the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second.
As you can see, this Toro lawnmower says guaranteed to start. And as you can also see, it's fairly new. I think it's only 1 year old. Watch what happens when I try and start it.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Catched in the the middle. It's Jordan. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is the...
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, get him there first.
Hey guys, welcome back to Birch and Sparrow. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm coming at you with a random video showing you how to save a little bit of money fixing your electric start issues. GTS 150C. What I'm about to show you applies to many different makes and models, and it probably applies to your push mower as well. Here we go.
Back to pass.
Okay, as you can see, I've switched positions. I'm on the other end of the mower now, so I can show you the components. This is the actual button that is the electric start. These wires that go down. So you're going to have to inspect all these to make sure that they're all in good working order, and you're going to come to this little box. This is what you're after.
You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get it in the end zone.
Today we are at Wideout Real Powers Engine Shop. We have the Toro with an issue. So today we're going to show you how to fix a Toro lawnmower. And this will go across the board with many other lawnmowers, in particular with the Briggs and Stratton engine. Now this is a pretty common engine that is used on a lot of lawnmowers across Toro, Briggs, Craftsman, and Troy-Bilt, and so on. There's many engines. There's many of these Briggs engines is on a lot of these push mowers, self-propel mowers like this one, that always has the same issue. It is fuel related. We're going to show you how to test it out and fix it. So, on your push mower, if you have a mower that just will not start, you pull the rope 100 times, it never wants to start, or you pull the rope and it starts up and dies immediately, this is going to be your problem. I guarantee it. So, let's get started on what tools you need, what parts you need, most of all, to fix it. So here we go. So, hit that subscribe button and I'm sure you're going to learn something. There's one more videos to come, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Also, throw a comment down here and tell me if this video helps you out. Alright, so we're going to go over the particular mower that we're working on. Again, this is a Toro Recycler, very common machine. This has the Briggs & Stratton 725, 163cc engine. And pretty much, again, this engine's on a lot of lawnmowers. And the best way to operate this engine is if you have this plastic cover with
Play action.
air filter
Throws to the
that
wideout.
looks like this.
Got it in the middle.
This is going to be your issue for it won't start, or starts up and dies immediately. So there's your quick identifier. This is going to be
getting the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make
so
the
now
first down,
we're
they
going to the
want to go
first
fast.
steps.
They want to crank up the
What we
tempo.
do before we get into this one. First thing, never trust the fuel that's
Well, it wasn't a great
in
start
any
for this quarterback, but on this
emission,
drive,
especially if it's a new
he's
start
turning the corner.
or
He
a
just looks like he's
start
playing
issue.
in a
Same thing
different
with you.
rhythm. He's seeing
You
the
can do this
field
many
better.
ways.
It's
I
almost as
have
if
a
the
little
game
fluid
starts.
sucker.
Going for the goal line.
Game,
And he runs
Hey.
it in for the score.
or
Touchdown, Gamecocks.
so you can do is sit
You're
at
able
the
to
table.
move the ball in a drive like that. The most overrated stat in football would be field
And then
position.
just the table.
Agreed, and I think confidence
Step
is
one.
big
Get
right now
all the
after
fuel
that
for the
last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not
Now,
just do it,
the
but
one
go
thing
down
we're
and
going to
score
need
a
for this,
touchdown.
besides the new
Running and
fuel,
throwing. For this offense now moving forward,
for this
in
job,
that last
replace
drive,
the main jet. And this is the point. These issues is a little jet that gets clogged up. This is
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off.
And these
scoring
are
drive.
plastic little assemblies, and they have
And it'll be a touchback.
little
Ball
jets in
will come out to the 25-yard line.
You can clean these little jets out, and sometimes that will work.
Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple
Instances where
touchdowns
it
and a
does
field
work,
goal in their first 3
but
possessions.
maybe it's a surge.
Makes the grab.
These are cheap,
Really
and it
nice
can
pick
go
up there as they head
these
out to
is
the 44 with a first down. Doesn't
replacing
SC
this
always
along
seem to
with
have a
flushing out the
quarterback
carver
right out of
is
central
good shit.
passing and one that'll pick
So
up a
here we
first
go,
down
let's
for
get
you
started.
with his arm.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter
Now,
the
the
number.
tools you're gonna
continues to
need.
churn out. They find those guys.
You're gonna need
Just such
a
easy place to
9/32
recruit.
socket.
You got that kind of pedigree.
In special, just a 9/32 socket.
They're dealing
I'm gonna
with
need a 5/16 socket, and I'm gonna use my little hand impact tool. It's a great little tool. Not necessary. All you need is a hand tool to do this. So,
Trying to pick
I'll
up a
discover-
first down.
lay that down, pull this
Watch the
filter
throw
out,
again.
and then you have 4 screws to
Makes the pass.
2.
Complete
The
to
silver
the
ones are
left.
the little
Nice
sides,
job.
and these
Pick
dark
up the first down and they'll spot
16s.
it at the 42.
So we're
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field.
16s on those.
Here's the handoff.
So we'll do this with my
He'll
hand.
take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like
Switch
how the running
side
back
control.
didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fists up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of his field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
The Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Sellers. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Safe completion on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Jordan. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try to get him on the fake. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the 1st down. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. To the air on first down. He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Music City Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things back up here.
Here we have a Toro Recycler 22-inch lawnmower with a 7-horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine that will not start. Actually, it will start, but then it immediately dies. And that's all we can get it to do. So I know we're dealing with a fuel problem, a plugged up carburetor. So I zeroed right in on that. I took off the float bowl. It's a 1/2-inch nut on the bottom of the float bowl. That's actually the main jet there. And that's actually what gets plugged up and prevents your lawnmower from running. You can see the gasket shot, so we're going to have to replace it. But sure enough, the main jet was plugged up, so we know that that's the problem. So this is a plugged carburetor main jet. You can see the corrosion plugging up that hole, and there's corrosion plugging up that hole. I'm going to go ahead and soak it in some Coke for, I don't know, maybe half an hour, and we'll see how she looks after that.
When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field.
Might as well soak the float bowl too. I let this soak for 24 hours. The ants are all over it, as you can see. Let's go ahead and take it out, see what it looks like.
That's caught. It's Bennett.
There it is. Now I can tell it's already a lot cleaner. Get a little brush it off here. And use a toothbrush.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run.
Should get that in that top hole. May have to poke something else in there. Yeah, look at Much cleaner. I think that's going to work just fine.
Some extra yards.
They'll run play action.
Hook a piece of wire down through there.
And that one's incomplete.
I think we need to move in this case. Let's get things back together. So the gasket for this carburetor actually comes in 2 thicknesses here. So just make sure you get the appropriate thickness gasket when you replace it. Otherwise you'll be going round and round trying to stop that float ball from leaking. So it turns out mine's the thick one here, so we're going to go with that. And you can see where the float ball gasket goes. A lot of times there'll be corrosion there, white powdery stuff along the rim. We want to get off as much of that as possible. I used a toothbrush, and still there's a little bit left on there, but that's going to be okay, I think. So time to put the gasket on. We start from one side, just try to work it on. It wasn't too bad. Blowing. Just make sure you don't get that thing there offset, otherwise you'll have problems. So I have the float bowl here and the main jet float bowl bolt. Both are spotless. Want to make sure you don't lose this little gasket. That on the main jet.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a
Just be careful when you're putting this bowl back on that you don't knock off any crud into it. Crud. It's an official term.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play. And they get the quarterback down to the 26. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Mayava. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. He might want another play. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the right. And an explosive. He has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Fires left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wormley. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Jordan.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. It'll be 3rd and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He wants to change this route. To the air. It's Mayava. Throws to the back. Finds his man. It's Wormley. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down. Got it! Hard running there. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And the Trojans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Going for 6. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, USC!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Makes the catch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He fires one deep over the middle. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A strike downfield, and he's brought down after a nice gain.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football.
Turning it on! Powers through. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Good right down the boulevard. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Trojans moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Miller with the ball. Oh, he's got some space. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Looking to scramble. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Snagged in the middle. It's Jordan. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
How about this offense, man? You gotta love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly, but when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy...
And he'll finish the line at the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, and the offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
To the air, it's Sellers. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry up. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Grab near the marker, it's Smith. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Lost a throw on first down. Punts it out of the air.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Game tackle. You're going to win this game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. The option look. He'll pitch it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Now the play fake. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Working on the right. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. Got his man all by himself. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes...
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Going for it all. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They